Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about calming down. So, life can get a little hectic. So, we might have unexpected responsibilities foisted upon us. Sometimes things aren't going exactly as we would plan. Sometimes it's getting hard to do the things that we know we need to do to be okay. So, it might make us feel a little stressed. So we thought we'd clear some energy around um, being less stressed or being more able to cope with what life dishes out to us, and also with how we deal in general with life. Okay, so let's talk about our solar plexus chakra, which is about moving forward and taking action and doing something about where we're stuck. And if you feel stuck, can you feel that stuckness somewhere in your body or in your energy field? What do you need to take action on? All right, so what else is coming up here is perceiving the future as dangerous. And yes, it may be a bit dangerous, but you're here at this particular time on earth because you have a purpose, and you are the person particularly to fill that purpose. So trust that you are the right person for the job, and trust that you are here in this particular time to love and support those around you and to encourage them to fulfill their part as well. All right, I no longer rely on other people's opinions of me. I do things in the right way and time for me. I am worthy of love, kindness, and respect, regardless of what I have done. I accept responsibility for all my decisions. And I think oftentimes the problems that present themselves to us are for our growth and learning. And even the physical things that happen in our body, they have a story to tell. All right, let's jump up in. Good morning. How are you, Cassie? So let's jump up into the brow meridian. All right, and also the pituitary gland here. Difficulty living in the present moment comes up. So sometimes we're either in the future worrying, or we're back in the past depressed about what went down that wasn't what we wanted. All right, I connect easily to my spirit. All right, I replace all negativity surrounding others and myself with positive energy. I grow in wisdom day by day. All right, stuff stuck in our mind. All right, let's talk about our headspace, things stuck in our headspace. All right, so a generational pattern here from mum's mum side of the family and the women. 33 generations of women, but who also got stuck in their headspace. All right, lack of control is what comes up. So they felt lack of control. And so then when they didn't have control in a situation, they would be in their head a lot trying to establish a better way to do things. All right, and a little bit of stubbornness there. It's one of my favorites. And let's say I trust that things work out for me, which also is generational to mum's mum and that group of women. Good morning, Jenny. All right, so okay, so the headspace feels a little better now. So why do I so easily take care of my headspace? Yes, and my body. Great. Good morning, Elizabeth. Okay, let's go throat chakra now. All right, keeping in what we really need to express. So what do you need to express? All right, so a lot of false beliefs around that. So false beliefs are things that in our head we know are not really true, but we still keep thinking them. It's like we get stuck. So sometimes we think if we say something to someone that's going to upset them. And yes, it may, but maybe it's the upset that they need to get moving. Maybe it's what they need to just give them a little kickstart on where they're at and where they need to go, where they want to go. All right, I speak my truth. And it's a funny thing, isn't it? The more that you talk with people and express yourself, the more that they open up and speak to you. And so this being vulnerable with each other is very powerful. It's scary, but it's powerful. And that's how we connect to others and make really good attachments. All right, my honesty of expression enables others to speak up too. All right, something from age 3. All right, and now we're going to jump back to the base chakra. Foot and leg pains and injuries. All right, my survival is certain. Do you sometimes feel like you're not going to survive? Things are not going to be okay? I work calmly and steadily within my limits, within my healthy limits. I easily eliminate all that no longer serves me. So, are there some things in your life you need to let go of? Are there old clothes, old habits? Good morning, Susanna. anything in our life that's maybe not of use anymore, old ways of thinking, moldy old thinking. I'm going to use oil here. All right, so oil of petitgrain. So petitgrain is a generational oil to help heal things within our generations. So petitgrain is a great aid in healing a complicated family history. It invites individuals to accept the humanness of their ancestors and to seek to learn from their mistakes. Instead of avoiding the pain of the past, petitgrain encourages thoughtful awareness of how to heal wounds in the family line. It reveals patterns and tendencies of unconsciously repeating family mistakes. Individuals in need of petitgrain may be unable or unwilling to depart from their family's ways of thinking. Instead, they follow in the footsteps of their predecessors and ancestral traditions, or they feel too bound to a family story they wish to disown and desire to disconnect from the reality of the previous generations. For either extreme, petitgrain invites healthy awareness and balance. It encourages those who view any departure from tradition as a betrayal of the family to release the fear of disapproval and forge the path that is right for them. It also reminds those who desire to disconnect from their family origins to be willing to see the positives of healthy family connection. Petitgrain invites all to see the gift of their ancestral traditions and will assist them in their efforts to heal unfinished and unresolved ancestral issues. So sometimes when I'm working on a person, ancestral things will come up, and that person might be angry about having ancestral baggage. But I see it as a positive. I see it as those people understand you, they have those genes, they know how you feel. From the other side of the veil, they're wanting to help you with this problem. And I feel if you have children, often they're wanting to help carry the load as well. So it's like we're all working together to change this pattern. All right, so now we're going into our aura. So where in your body are you feeling it? So sometimes people can latch onto our energy, and it's like high maintenance friends sometimes. They require a lot. Okay. So if you had hooks, where could you feel them in your body? So females at the moment in your life, and feeling lack of control. All right. So sometimes we get stuck in the past or the future. Oh, Jenny says solar plexus. Thank you. And the heart. Okay. Some generational baggage attached to those, Jenny, from your dad's dad. Some bitterness and worry. So generational bitterness and worry. So maybe the petitgrain oil will help let go of that bitterness and worry. All right. So the power of now helps to center us enough to be functioning from neutrality of the moment, in contrast to imagining fears of the future and shackles of the past. So it's like trying to be now where we are. As one of my patients says, be where your feet are. All right, so let us not be weighed down by the ego's thirst for division. The ego always strives to separate us from the present moment. It will divide us into parts, one foot in the past, a whole arm reaching in the future. So if we want to be fully grounded, wholly in our bodies, we need to be doing that to get our heart's desire. All right, some generational baggage on this too from mum. Just mum. Having trouble to be here and now. All right, now we're going to jump up into the solar star chakra. All right, so box ticking and to-do lists. Sometimes we get stuck in the list and forget to be. And sometimes we just forget to enjoy the journey. All right, I always have a choice. So I choose to be present. I choose to be here now. I choose to be happy. I choose to be calm. All right, back to the brow chakra. All right, I'm creating healthy boundaries. I have an increased ability to manifest what is in my heart. So, what is in your heart? What would you like to manifest? What is it that you always think you would like to do? And maybe are scared to have a go, or maybe feeling maybe now's not the right time. But even if we were to take small steps towards that, what is it that you would like to do? All right. Now, sometimes if we get a little bit frazzled, it can be helpful to put one hand on your forehead and one hand at the back of your head and to hold that. And you can try different ways to see which one feels the best. And of course, it feels better if someone else does it to you. But even if you do that to yourself, that can calm you down. All right. So Zuzana would love to be traveling. All right. So something in the solar plexus chakra for that one. All right. Feeling of embarrassment is stuck there. What do you feel embarrassed about? I make wise decisions. I do things in the right way and time for me. So trusting on the timing of your travel. I'm able to see past my weaknesses and allow them to become my strengths. So some generational baggage from your mum side of the family preventing you from believing you can travel. 33 generations of people, sorry, women. All right, and the feeling of effort unreceived. So it's like no matter how hard you try to help or to do something or make something happen, it's like the effort just doesn't seem to go anywhere or no one receives what we're doing. All right, age 6 and 16 and 20 and 63. All right, having faith. So we have to have faith in things that we can't see. Sometimes we don't know how something will manifest, but if we trust that it will, often it will come to fruition. So fear is blind and limits us to a certain or to a particular set of options. Faith is, on the other hand, presents us with infinite possibilities. How can I do that? How can I make that work? My faith is enough. I have faith in things unseen, the confidence and assurance that life is joyous. I have faith in a divine plan and let go of the need to be in control. All right, so let's go to the earth chakra now, which is below the base chakra. So it's like actually connecting into the earth. So bringing us down to the earth, helping us to live in our body, not in our heads. So like gravity, it pulls us down into this earthly experience and into the now. Good morning, Elizabeth. Right, my actions impact other living things. I care about the plight of plants and animals. So generational pattern here, dad's side, dad's mum's side, and the men. So 15 generations of men. Feeling grief. And I'm sure, if we go back that far, crops failed. Floods happened, fires happened, and, there were many forces of nature to deal with that would be hard to overcome. So cranial bone's not correct. All right, impatience with self that you haven't done enough. And I guess at the end of the day, you have to know about yourself that you did the best that you could to whatever limits you're limited by, whether it's your body or your finances or your time or your capacity or your energy. Know that you did your best and know that about yourself, that you do always do your best. So that's a given. Jenny's saying, oh, yes. Okay. All right, jumping up to the 9th chakra, which is the lunar chakra. And sleep problems come up here. And also feeling wishy-washy. So it's very powerful to actually make a decision. Not making a decision is very messy. Once we make a decision, it's like the universe waits for us to make this decision. And when we make it, it's like, yep, right, we're all on board, I'll help. But you have to make the decision first. And maybe you need some meditation to just be a bit clearer about, what God would have you do with your life and how he wants you to be his hands. And I know each of you that you are God's hands. You're amazing people that do give help to others in big ways, whether it be animals or people. All right. I know why I'm here and willingly share my gifts and talents with the world. And I think you all do that. So a little bit of generational baggage hiding there from mum's side of the family, but the men on that side. All right, I have an awareness of my own needs, desires, and purpose. All right, Susanna's mentioned having a vision board. That's a great idea, isn't it? Making a vision board. Maybe we can do that at our next get together, which is on the 11th of November. I think that's a great thing to refresh and to think about what you want to do and, where you're at and what is really important to you. I have a sound and rejuvenating sleep and awake refreshed and energetic. Hi, Julie. Are you back from your trip? All right, now we're going into the solar star chakra. And food cravings comes up. So sometimes we get cravings for things that aren't healthy, isn't it? Mostly we don't crave broccoli. All right, racing around trying to fit everything into life. So today is about calming down. So how can you be more calm? How can you be more purposeful? Julie's watching from Cuba. Go you. How's the weather in Cuba? And there's a great example of planning what you want and getting there. All right, a balance of rest and play. Hot. Okay. Yeah. All right, I exist and rejoice. So sometimes we're existing and not rejoicing. We're just feeling burdened or overloaded or feeling like there's too much to do and we can't possibly make a difference in all that we have to do. So sometimes we just have to celebrate the little things, the small wins, the parking spot, someone remembered us or, just the small things that happen. So now we're going another higher chakra into the galactic one. All right, so this is where what they call the Akashic record is stored. So it's like the book of life within our energy field, and our brain stores everything too. So to strengthen this chakra, you need to have time to investigate spiritual things like meditation, prayer, perhaps scripture reading, or listening to uplifting music or talks or things that help you come back to who you are. Sometimes when we're feeling life is too much, doing one random act of kindness for someone is really a good way to come back to who you are. And jasmine oil. So jasmine's about having pleasure in your body. So sometimes we're making life just all work and not no pleasure. All right, I'm rich and warm, attracting only appropriate attention. So we want people to admire us and love us for who we are. All right, I revel in the sensorial signals my body provides me, feeling my connection to the moment, the seasons, and the eternity of the universe. I'm independent, intelligent, assertive, and confident. My body is an organic organism designed perfectly to survive and prosper. So if you're feeling like you can't prosper, maybe you can use some jasmine oil as well as your pettigrain that we mentioned earlier to actually be in the moment and enjoy your body right now. Are you enjoying that cool breeze? Can you hear the birds? Uh, can you hear when the wind blows the leaves that the wind blows through? All right, another higher chakra again. So this is the universal chakra. All right. And when this part of our energy field starts to open, this phase is of self mastery and awareness of our true creative power. So often we can create good things. Sometimes we get stuck in negative thinking and we can create bad things. So we can end up with pain in our body or dysfunction. So it's like we have to think about, what have I been thinking about? All right. And sometimes we have negative family connections. Some things in our family we may not like. And that's how we might use that petitgrain oil as well. I hope you're enjoying your holiday, Julie. I'm open to receiving light and knowledge. I am one with all that is. Okay, let's go back into the crown chakra. And the frankincense oil. So frankincense oil is the oil of truth. So sometimes we're a bit stuck in our head. Oh, Julie says I am, but I have a cold. Okay. Maybe you can take some zinc to help as well. All right. Continually blaming others on a subconscious level. So sometimes we can feel we might get a cold from someone else, but I think it's more about our boundaries. Do we have good boundaries? Can we say no to people? Can we say no to bugs? All right, so we're in frankincense oil. All right, my consciousness is expansive and I create new perspectives based in truth and light. So I quell the mental agitation and worry caused by the cacophony of my thoughts. I still my mind, dissolving the distraction and the mental chatter into peaceful silence and certitude. So you could use your frankincense just to calm down your mind and to be clear. I hold a profound love of God in my heart. I'm drawn towards healthy masculinity and the grandeur of my true self. All right, a little bit more in the throat chakra. All right, I dissolve conflict and create peace. I accept God's love and forgiveness. I'm finding ways where everyone wins. I'm willing to do things differently. So I guess that there's that saying, isn't it, that insanity is believing we can do the same things and get a different outcome. Sometimes we can all fall in that insanity, so I know I can. So maybe we can be a little bit clearer about what needs to change or what we want to change and pray for help to make that change and ask for support in making that change. And even if it's just to be a little bit more in the moment and be where our feet are, that's a great change. All right. Any other parts of your body, mind, or energy field still complaining? Okay, some generational baggage on that. Dad's dad and the men. 73 generations of men. Feeling failure. All right, so Elizabeth's mentioned eyes and knees. Yes, I can join in the knee one. Just going to have a look in Ina's Siegel's book. Okay. All right, control, blame, judgment, anger. So particularly anger, resentment, frustration, and inflexibility. Feeling stuck, difficulty in dealing with a person, issue, or situation from the past, confusion, frozen desires, and unfulfilled dreams, unresolved family issues, difficulty making decisions and keeping commitments, fear of moving forward, a great need to know what will happen next. So if it's the right knee, it can be an issue with a male in your life, father, brother, some other significant male. If it's left knee, it can be a female that you're having issues with. In the right knee is like limited thinking. Where do you not want to bend in your life? Fear of failure. Left knee is about holding on to sadness, hurt, and loss from the past, feeling like a victim, constant criticism, and holding yourself back. Am I willing to let go of controlling, blaming, and judging myself and others? Can I give myself permission to move forward with trust, love, and certainty? If the answer is yes, visualize releasing all the fear, blame, and inflexibility. You may imagine cutting yourself free from heavy ropes of control or taking rocks of fear out of various parts of your body and throwing them into the ocean. It's a very satisfying image, isn't it? She talks about divine healing intelligence. I ask you to release all blame, judgment, fear, anger, confusion, hurt, loss, sadness, and inflexibility from my knees, as well as all points of view, positive and negative charge, and all patterns that contribute to this condition. And she said, ask yourself what possibilities are available to me now. Imagine various possibilities of a life of flexibility, flow, and satisfaction. Now, take a step forward. Allow yourself to really live this experience of freedom, empowerment, and flow right now. Breathe deeply and savor the experience of expansion. All right. So anyway, if you have this is Inner Siegel's book, The Secret Language of Your Body. So you can have a look at that under knees. And so Julie's mentioned lower back. Just look in the eyes. Eyes are about not liking what you're seeing in your environment, suspicion of people and events, seeing obstacles and limitations, wanting things to be different. seeing life from a negative point of view. So sometimes there's things we don't want to see in life, people that are suffering, things that are not working out. Are we trying to make other people happy? Sometimes that's impossible. If you desire your vision to improve, you need to stop focusing on what you don't want to see and start to focus on what inspires you, makes you feel happy, and brings beauty into your life. Consider going for nature walks, spending time by the ocean, visiting people who inspire you, or being creative and painting beautiful pictures in your mind and on paper. All right. Lower back. This is in Ina Siegel's book. She said, feeling insecure about how you will support yourself financially, constant worry about your survival and how you're going to pay the bills. All right. So become aware which part of your back is holding on to dense energy and negativity. Place your hands on that part of your back. Breathe into this area 3 times. Ask your back if it has any messages for you. This could be thoughts, emotions, sensations, visual images, or memories. Give yourself time to recognize and receive the messages. You may even decide to write them down and become aware of how these energies, stories, and feelings are giving you pain. Tighten your back and then relax it. Do this 5 to 8 times. Focus on taking slow, deep breaths in and out and releasing all stress and tension. Become aware of any heavy load that you are carrying on your back. This load could be the responsibilities you have in your life, the worries and stresses you have accumulated, and anger and fear. Sometimes we can feel like we've been stabbed in the back by family or friends or past partners or work associates or friends. So tune into your back and become aware of how much baggage you are carrying. Allow yourself to release all baggage, stress, or knives into a purple flame of light. You can do this by visualizing as dense energy moves out of your back and into the purple flame, or by using your hands and physically taking out the knives, stuckness, fear, and pain out of your body and throwing them into the fire. And the color green comes up. Appropriate today, isn't it? I've got a green dress. All right, so green helps you overcome fear, calm the body, and release frustration and anger. If you are dealing with issues from your past, use green to help bring harmony into any situation. It can also assist you to make wise decisions and choices. Green helps dissolve aggression in relationships or to mend a broken heart. It helps release negative patterns and beliefs and can assist you to center yourself in stressful situations and to release shock. Green replenishes your energy and helps you relax, meditate, and heal. Green provides hope, increases self-esteem, and attracts money in abundance. It is a color of fertility, truth, youthfulness, innocence, and healing. Okay, so maybe you have a green scarf. Well, it's probably a bit hot for scarves. Maybe some green thongs or a necklace or a bracelet. Okay. Well, thank you for being on our call. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support. And I hope that you have a wonderful day and, that you find joy in the small, simple things in your day. Anyway, thank you for who you are and thank you for all that you're doing. And I hope that today's call will help you to be a bit calmer and to feel more centered and to remember who you are. Okay, bye.